fights, right? You had Dustin Poirier finally retiring in what was a loss to a decision, but didn't really feel like it. Obviously, Max Holloway won based on the volume of strikes, and not only that, just the overall skill differential that I had mentioned going into the fight. Max not taking as much damage, whereas Dustin Poirier, his whole entire career was nothing but damaging. And on top of that, you got to remember, Dana White said something to the effect that there are some guys that I wouldn't mind retiring, but there are some guys that I beg not to retire, which was Khabib and Daniel Cormier. But I tell you what, aside from John Jones and aside from Dustin Poirier and the contrasting way that they had tributed his retirement, I'll tell you who is on the verge of retirement, but is in the prime of their boxing career right now, and that's all.
Yes, and that is Alexander Usyk. I feel, don't push the horses, okay? Oh man, I gotta tell you, yes, probably one of the greatest heavyweights of all time. Now, can he surpass Muhammad Ali? We're gonna find out. However, Tyson Fury has some interesting choice of words for Daniel Dubois, and I think you guys need to hear this because there's a strong life lesson to learn out of this. Here it is.
And all this quitting stuff and whatever else. Here's the facts. The facts are, young Daniel did his best against one of the greatest champions that's ever been, and it wasn't good enough. He come up short. He got put down twice. What do you want him to do? Die in the ring? There's no first place for getting battered to fucking still losing. The lad did his best. He wasn't going to win the fight. He's better off getting out of there. There's a lot of jealousy in boxing, especially when an individual's making a lot of money. A lot of jealous fighters slagging someone off who did his best and had the guts to get in there. There is no cowards in boxing. When you're in that ring fighting world heavyweight champions, there is no cowards. So all the credit deserves to Daniel. He worked his bollocks off from being 8-year-old and fucking won the world title and fought fucking Usyk for the undisputed. Video went off and fought Usyk for the undisputed, and now he's sitting at home, multi-millionaire at 27, do what the fuck he wants. Daniel, if you ever get to see this, chin up, son. Your dad's proud of you, everybody's proud of you. You've come from a kid to a man to be the world heavyweight champion and box at Wembley in front of 100,000 people. You can't beat that kid. And if you ever want to do any training with a fucking real straight man, come yourself to Morecambe anytime you want, kid. Because there's no jealousy here and there's no fucking people putting others down who do the best. I call them dream crushers and jealous bastards. Exactly, that's what you are. I love the dirty, jealous wankers. Get up, Daniel Dubois. Get up, son.
Well, all right. Before I react to what Tyson Fury had said and the life lessons behind that, I want you guys to check out my live stream that I did on July 22nd of Tuesday, 2025. Obviously, talking about how Alexander Usyk is the greatest of all time. Have a lot of comparisons to Muhammad Ali, same height, birthday, etc. Olympic champion, undisputed champion, and then Max Holloway, the fight against Dustin Poirier, how that turned out. Not everything is a fairy tale. Also, Manny Pacquiao. Exceeding expectations at that age kind of shows you what you can do at a certain age when you're able to live a healthy life and then just have a consistent training basis. But on any regard, let's talk about Daniel Dubois and what Tyson Fury had to say on this particular matter, because it is obviously a very important factor to understand the difference between a hardcore fan, a person that fights, and a person that's just sitting behind the sidelines speaking from their own anecdotal experience, which has nothing to do with combat sports or boxing or MMA or anything to do with fighting at all. Okay. And Tyson Fury was right when he said, listen, all these people are nothing more than just dream smashers, or was that the term that he said? Dream smashers or whatever, right? Anti-dreamers, whatever you want to call it. At any regard, that is what it is. Most people don't like their lives. They don't like the living conditions that they have. And then when somebody is within those same living conditions, the same proximity, they look at that person and say, you know what? I failed at something because he's able to do something I wasn't able to do. And that really hurts a lot of people in ways that many of you may not understand. But I tell you what, this whole entire fight was amazing, not just for Alexander Usyk, but also in the real life of Daniel Dubois. You see, Alexander Usyk may go on to be the greatest heavyweight of all time. He may just lose in his next fight. He may just become an absolute obscure figure in the history of professional boxing, or he may just surpass Muhammad Ali as everybody has expected. Now, has he done that in the ring? I would say so, but when it comes to social changes and the unique era in which Muhammad Ali had lived under during the Vietnam War, I don't think there is any comparison to life stories when it comes to Alexander Usyk and Muhammad Ali. Now, a lot of people sort of claim that, hey, you know what? Usyk has a pretty interesting story because he went to war and this and that. Well, I would question at what capacity did he actually fight the war? And if so, why is he leaving a battleground while a war is still going on, while his other countrymen are being slaughtered by the Russians? What would propel him to leave? But that is a story for another time. What I will say is, let me tell you who has really surpassed everybody's expectations as well, and that's Daniel Dubois, 27 years old, just like what Tyson Fury said. He could do whatever he wants. He can buy whatever he wants and go wherever. And yes, that is the one thing that he can absolutely fall back on right now. But for everybody else, they saw the fight. They saw what it is. And you know what it is. Every time somebody is humiliated or fallen, people are going to want to kick a man when he's down. And that's just the unfortunate human nature of things. But on any regard, I think that Tyson Fury is right. There are a lot of miserable people out there, and I think they really need to check themselves before they wreck themselves. And that's all I got for this one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one, inshallah.
MMA needs. If you want to find predictions, news, and everything that deals with MMA, shout outs to Kyrie, Abu El-Kheer MMA, Sacramento, California, represent.
That's right, Kyrie. I appreciate you, my nigga. You came in here, you was talking that shit. That's right, bro. Much love, fool. I appreciate you for stepping in, bro. Be safe out there. Man, my nigga Kyrie. My man Kyrie came through. He started talking that shit. Hey, here's the thing. Here's the thing. That nigga whoop your fucking ass. You would think that nigga's all squared up and all that type of shit. Nigga come through and beat your fucking ass. Like, man, fuck you up. You will never see it coming. So for those of y'all